as we're setting up, I wish I had a wireless mic. As we're setting up, we're just going to mention a few really important things. This company, which is now a company, wasn't a company a long time ago. A long time ago, it was just something we did for fun, literally. Literally for fun, like on the weekends and evenings, the team would just get together and throw events every month, on the month, and we did that for like 6 years. It was kind of crazy. So along the way, we acquired a group of wonderful people who helped us do things. And I'm going to start to slowly mention them one at a time and give them something they deserve, an award. I mean, they probably deserve money, but I don't have that for them. So with the little money I had from this company, we bought these beautiful awards. So I'm going to start with someone who I know has to leave the room. So this is someone who helped us put together from the sort of latter half of, we started something called Founder Labs for a year, which was a pre-idea, pre-team incubator program, 5 weeks, sort of like where Manisha was talking about how she met her co-founders before an incubator, and Jessica talked about how at Singularity it was a place to test out the founding teams through the incubator of Singularity. So we started Founder Labs and did that for a year. And there was someone I want to bring on stage who really helped along the way with no pay and all energy. Jenny Fielding would like to bring to the stage for this wonderful award. And we like to call it an Innovation Catalyst Award for today. So Jenny, thank you.
I don't get the cash.
No cash. You can say a few things.
This is awesome, and it means a lot, and I'm a big supporter of Women 2.0 and Founders Labs and all the stuff that you guys are all doing. So thank you, Shai.
Thank you. Test, test, 1, 2. Okay. And another person I'm going to bring on stage really quickly, who was also a big part of Founder Labs in the latter half, is Dave Coachback. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. I won't get it right. So Dave was also a big part of all the finalists you see on stage for the last 2 years. He's helped coach them to get them to the point where they are. Honestly, like, he improves each PowerPoint presentation and each discussion that they have on stage tenfold. So Dave, you're amazing. Thank you.
I wasn't planning on getting up. I'm glad I put on a clean shirt. Listen, I'm not going to say anything about me or the organization. What I'm going to say is that it's the teams that come up in these programs every year go to a lot of trouble to put together everything that they're going to do, and they put their lives on the line in front of 1,000 people. It's probably the only time in their life they've ever done that. And so they're here to raise money, and this is a community event. So I really actually expect the community to come out and support them. And since you gave me the mic, I'm going to say that out loud. But they're counting on you. The people in this room are counting on each other, and those are the ones who are willing to place a bet on this community. And I'd like to see that you come through for them. I really appreciate that you listen to them, and thank you for your time.
You guys have no idea how much work they do for Women 2.0, so at least I could do is give them a little bit of airtime. And a cool award, because it's about all we can afford. I'm kidding. So, with that, I'm going to move us on to pitch session number 2, and to get you kick-started, our pitch coordinator, Rebecca.
Hey, will you turn off the sound on you? The music's still playing.
Hello, everybody. Test 1, 2. Testing the microphone. Hello. So we are into session 2. I cannot even believe it. So for those of you who were not in the room in the first session, what happened was 5 teams came up and did their pitches. 5 teams who worked really hard, and they were pretty incredible, weren't they? I thought so. So now we have 5 more coming at you. But first, I want to introduce our 5 illustrious judges. The first one you've already met. It's Anne Miracle from Floodgate. She's a partner at Floodgate. We also have Christine Herron. She's the director at Intel Capital. Over here on my left, we have Tomas Corte. He's one of the founders of AngelPad. Coming up behind Tomas, we have Kevin Laws. He's a board member and he's the COO of AngelList. And if you do not know AngelList and you have a startup, you should start your profile now. The last person we have from Google Ventures, he's a partner there, it's Wes Chan. Now, while we all get them set up, I just want to remind you, there were 290 applications. These are the top 10 of those applications. They were incredibly, incredibly great. And just for 1 second, will you raise your hand if you're out in the audience and you applied to pitch? Okay, I don't see you, but they were out there, and they're incredible. So without any further ado, I'd like to ask Jill Sherman to come on up. Jill Sherman is our founder for Modalyst.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jill Sherman, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Modalyst. So I believe in individuality and personal expression. I think that we, as human beings, want to stand out in some way and feel unique. Who needs big box retailers and shopping malls and department stores? We don't want to go there anymore. Our generation believes in a more personalized experience, like a small boutique where you find that little something special. So after 11 years working in luxury fashion for Vogue magazine, Harvey Nichols, and Prada, I'm leaving that all behind to help the little guys. And we at Modalyst are giving muscle to help these smaller retailers fight against department stores. So let me tell you about these boutiques. There are currently 86,000 independent boutiques in the United States. Now they're spending around $500,000 per year on their inventory. Now as a group, that's nearly a $46 billion wholesale opportunity. And at full retail value, that's nearly $110 billion. So clearly there's purchasing power behind these boutiques. Now I used to be a buyer at Harvey Nichols where I managed the buying team, so I understand firsthand the pains of this industry. The buying trips are long and expensive, the minimum order requirements are high, and you're forced to buy goods 6 months in advance, even before knowing the trends of the season. So where did I go to meet these designers? I went to trade shows, and it's horrible. 60,000 buyers, 5,000 designers over a 2 to 3 day period of time. It's physically impossible to capture the full potential of this marketplace. The average buyer goes to 50 booths per day, leaving over 95% of this marketplace totally undiscovered. And I think that's crazy. So our solution at Modalyst is to take all those designers and put them online and revolutionize the physical trade show and showroom experience. Modalyst is an online wholesale marketplace connecting emerging designers and independent boutiques. And we're teaming up those boutiques for them to receive competitive wholesale pricing. Essentially, we're offering economies of scale to smaller retailers. The buyers keep buying what they want, and we aggregate their orders for them to receive up to a 15% discount on their wholesale orders. Now that's a discount that's normally reserved for high volume retailers such as department stores. And so for the average boutique, that's savings of up to 75% on their, that's savings of up to 75% per year. And so for some boutiques, that's the price of their rent. Now let me give you a sneak preview into Modalyst. The entire site is built from the buyer's perspective. So what you see here already includes the designer's virtual showrooms where they can inject new inventory throughout the season, allowing them to both create and sell closer to the seasonal trends. Now for boutiques, we're teaming up their orders into a collective buy. This means that they can either reach minimum order requirements or receive wholesale discounts together. This means that a store in Denver or Dallas or Des Moines or San Francisco, Seattle or Springfield may service a similar demographic or sell the same brands. Through Modalyst, we group them for them to receive competitive wholesale pricing together. No one else in the market is doing that. Now, there are currently 22,000 emerging designers in the United States. In 2013, we're focusing specifically on accessories, and that's because it's age and size agnostic and has the highest margins for our stores. We'll start to integrate new categories over time, and in 2016, we'll have 2,000 curated designers on our site. But what does curation mean to us? Well, I'm not talking about a wholesale version of Etsy. Our designers already have experience selling to boutiques, and they already have production capabilities. The problem is, for them to even meet their buyers, they're spending around $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Now, when it comes to boutiques and their $46 billion wholesale opportunity, we'll follow the same progression from accessories to shoes and apparel, and in 2016, we'll have 15,000 boutiques on the platform. So how do we get them there? Well, we haven't spent any money in marketing to date, but in 3 short months, over 1,000 people have asked to be on the platform. And that's amongst boutiques, designers, and fans. In fact, they're even referring each other. Modalyst opened our private beta on January 7th, so we've only been around for about a month, but since then we've seen tremendous engagement on the platform. Boutiques are following boutiques, boutiques are following designers, and the collective buys have already started. In fact, the average customer is on the site for about 9.5 minutes. So how do we make money? Well, we don't charge boutiques anything, they're completely free, but we charge designers $50 a month and a 13% commission. And this is extremely competitive when you compare it to how they currently reach the market, such as at trade shows and showrooms. And so after doing extensive research amongst the designers in the long tail, what we found is that they wanted a lower upfront fee and a higher commission. Our competitors, by contrast, are charging around $4,000 to $6,000 per year plus a 5% commission. And we're the only ones in the market offering a collective buy. Remember, we're offering purchasing power to smaller boutiques and essentially leveling the playing field for them to compete against larger retailers. So let me tell you about the secret sauce behind the company. The 3 of us met at MIT, so we've had some time together. Alain spent 4 years at JP Morgan and designed his own successful polo collection while an undergrad at Yale. And Omar was a top graduating student of his MIT undergraduate class. And we can barely keep up with the demand that we have. So we're asking for a little bit of help to hire more people and scale our technology to meet the demand.
Thank you. So we'll take questions from the judges. Who would like to go first?
I want Anne to go first. ModCloth.
Yes.
For your pitch, it was a little bit unclear how much volume you're doing in transactions through your platform. So I see that you have some people on both the supply and demand side. What exactly are you doing in terms of transactions?
So for this year, so for the boutiques, we're planning for them to spend around $5,000 per year. So that's just a small percentage of their spend per year. We've just opened a month ago, so the collective buys have just started. Some of them are closing out tomorrow, actually. So it's our first round of really having some sales on this platform.
But what have you seen in that month?
We've had around 10 to 15 collective buys that already start, and that's an average around 4 to 5 products per order. And we'll see how it closes out. That doesn't even count the ones that will be joining in before they close.
What's it normally take for something to tip? Like, how many boutiques do you think have to be in for it?
Yeah, we're still playing around with those numbers. So we originally had less on the platform, and we're letting more in. The numbers are really built out for this year. So we really see that we want something like four buyers for every one buyer, for every one designer, and that's how we're planning to scale.
And so if I'm a boutique and 2013 is the year of the accessory for you guys, what percentage of the accessories in that boutique are you trying to be?
So some of the boutiques are selling only accessories, and then others are selling an array of categories. Accessories is a pretty awesome market to be in, especially online. It's a top-selling category at Etsy. So not only is it age and size agnostic, light and easy to ship, but it has a much less stringent competitive distribution strategy, so we can even extract.
So does that mean you're 5%, 50%, 100% of
in
that
terms
boutique?
of the percentage of accessories?
Yeah, if I
sold per
walk in the store, what percentage of the products do you want that boutique to have from you?
Around 40%.
It looks great. It looks great. I like the general concept. But trade shows do need to go away. They're too expensive, but they have a place, right? They work, and people still go to them. I see the SF Gift Show is a massive show in San Francisco. For a week at the Moscone. How are you going to acquire those 86,000 customers to actually come on your platform?
So we're not expecting to replace a trade show. We're there to supplement them.
You should try to replace the trade show.
Well, we're already meeting with the CEO of Magic next week at Las Vegas. So we're already meeting with them to help them answer that problem as well. So they see a need for it as well.
You should try to figure out how to put them out of business.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll work on that. Thank you.
You mentioned some pretty impressive numbers of people already coming on the platform early on without any marketing. How is it that these people are finding out about you today and coming onto the platform?
Sure. We've been really fortunate to have some awesome press to start with. So even before we launched, Bloomberg Business Week found us, and so that really helped bring in some interest. We were just voted for Best Fashion Startup in New York, and that's been reported, we're nominated for, the award ceremonies next month. And so that's bringing great press and Women's Wear Daily and Elle.com, so we're seeing the invites go up. But really, these designers already have established networks, and so they're bringing those relationships online to work with us. And then those boutiques have an average around 80 designers that they're already working with as well. And once they get used to using the platform, they're also introducing us to those designers.
So who is your customer? Is it the boutique or is it the designer?
It's both. So the supply side has been pretty easy to acquire. We're really focusing on getting the boutiques on as much as possible. So the more boutiques, the better. The designers are curated, and the boutiques it's a much more free process for them to come on.
You mentioned in your presentation, there's a wait list.
Yes.
Why not just open it up? Why not just try to get as many people on as possible?
We only have 3 people on the team. It's really hard to answer that demand.
So what is involved in answering that demand?
So the designers are a pretty high-touch process to get them on. These are relationships that we're really carefully building out, and we're helping them understand what their numbers mean in order for them to scale properly. So they're stating their minimums, their maximums, and the maximums are really important for them to scale properly and not above their potential. Similar to how Kickstarter really helped, some people scaled way beyond they were able to actually answer to. We want to make sure that these designers are scaling properly. In fact, thank you to Women 2.0, we even talked to Makers Row so we can work with them and their manufacturers to help them scale properly.
Perfect time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, feeling a little like you need some health in your life? Healthyout. The co-founder is Wendy Nguyen. Wen. So many letters. Here from San Francisco. Here we go. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Wendy. Last year, I was actually sitting out there in the crowd. I had just gotten back from volunteering in East Africa. And I had a few ideas about the company that I wanted to build. And so I want to thank Women 2.0 for giving me this opportunity to tell you what I'm working on. So here at Healthyout, we believe that the world is actively conspiring to make us all fat, and eventually that'll make us sick. We just live in an environment where there's an oversupply of calories, and what that's causing is chronic overeating. So by next year, actually 70% of the adult population will be overweight and obese, and it's causing us trillions of dollars in down the road healthcare costs. One of the key issues is that we're eating out a ton, and the average restaurant meal has over 800 calories, so it doesn't take much to understand why we're packing on the pounds. And so here at Healthyout, because the world is making it incredibly easy for you to eat unhealthy, we're flipping the script and making it incredibly easy for you to do the right thing. So instead of talking about it in the abstract, I'll kind of show you how it works. So here's the homepage. I've already listed that I'm a low carber, but there are a dozen other diets and nutrition tags that I can apply. I'm stating that I'm in the mood for fish, and I'm using the GPS technology to kind of locate dishes nearby that match my nutrition preference. So there are 300 dishes nearby. This is Coletto's. I didn't even know that there was healthy stuff there. And I'm clicking to save it, but in 3 weeks, I'll be able to click to order it for pickup or delivery. So that's how Healthyout makes money. We drive transaction volume to restaurants and grocery stores and take a commission on that. We're also in private beta of our premium subscription service, which is going to completely disrupt the commercial weight loss market. So no longer will people have to eat diet food out of a cardboard box, but we'll have it locally sourced from your restaurants where you're already eating. So what's happened since we launched? We cracked the top 5 of iTunes food and drink without any marketing. We became a 5-star rated app, and users and doctors are writing amazing things about us. We went from 0 to 100,000 users in less than 8 weeks. And so what makes us defensible? Well, we cracked dish-level data. So we figured out how to aggregate it and write algorithms on top of it to tag it by all of the different ways in which people want to search. We're first to market, so users are adding to it, refining it, and the data actually becomes more valuable as users interact with it, which has down the line monetization opportunities. So who's the competition? They're your typical online ordering guys. Combined, these two make more than Yelp annually, and the market is growing at 100% year over year, but they don't focus on health. There are your diet companies that are often peddling unsustainable solutions and act more like marketing companies churning through customers. So our real competition is fat, those cookies outside that you guys want to eat. And here's the team that's trying to, team trying to keep you from eating those cookies. So there's me. This is my third startup. I started off at Bain, but have spent the rest of my career in consumer internet. Last company I was with, I took it from idea to 40-plus person team, doing X million in revenue. There's Jonathan, my high school best friend, technical rock star. And there's Dan, our resident nutrition nut, who in high school used to boil chicken to understand how that would affect his body fat percentage. He also managed the health and wellness portfolio at TSG Consumer Partners, driving triple-digit revenue growth in some of today's top consumer brands. So this is our ask. $750,000, 50% of it is committed. And what we're going to do is take that money and get to 1,000 paid subscribers, doing 20,000 in monthly transactions. So thank you, everyone.
Questions from the judges, please.
How do you get dish level data?
So there are multiple sources that have aggregated menu level data. So there's single platform, there's Grubhub. And so our first partnership is with Grubhub, and we act as an affiliate marketer. So they gave us their data feed, and then we're layering on top of that.
Isn't Grubhub one of the ones that you want to displace?
Sure, but they're focused they're focused on online ordering in general, right? So there's a friendly symbiotic relationship that's happening.
So do you get it from restaurants that otherwise wouldn't deliver, or is it the same ones I get at Grubhub? And so are you a layer on top of the existing platforms in Grubhub? And
so the data-wise, we have aggregated Grubhub data, we'll aggregate single platform data, we'll aggregate multiple data sources, and the menu stuff is already out there. And then we write algorithms on top of that.
And then who delivers the food?
So
and
right
where does the food
now,
come from?
Grubhub will deliver the food.
So you're a layer on top of Grubhub?
Yes,
that's
we're a
healthy.
layer on top of Grubhub right now on the fulfillment side.
Right,
but
so
for our subscription service, we won't be.
So I'm going to ask what the next question is going to be. So what are you going to be 2 or 3 years out, because a layer on top of Grubhub is not a viable business?
Well, there's two parts of our business. There's the online ordering, the casual user, and then there's the premium subscription service, which is where you order ahead and all of the food is delivered to you. And restaurants deliver, right? Grubhub's not really doing the delivery. They're just calling up the restaurant and placing the order. So they're the software layer. So we're going to be the software layer, right?
So it's great that you've built this. It's definitely a need out in the marketplace to help people eat healthier. Every time I see a mobile app, what I do is I type in the category of the app or something that you mentioned that the app is in into my iPhone. And when I typed it in, there were 1,195 nutrition apps in the iPhone. So the question for you is, it's great that you've got this sort of top 5 and that you've gotten all this work about marketing, but over time you get that bump from being featured in the iPhone App Store, and then you just drop, your acquisition kind of goes to a small drop. How do you plan to get lots of users? What's your thought on how much it would cost to get these users, your acquisition strategy? Like iPhone apps tend to get to the point where then you start paying for users and you have an unprofitable business.
I just want to be clear, the bump from Apple was about 15%. All of the rest of it was organic search. So this is something that people are actively searching for. They're not searching for Healthyout. They're actually searching for paleo. They're searching for gluten-free. They're searching for all of the diets and nutrition tags that we enable within our app. So there's an organic nature to how people are discovering the app, and that's what we're leveraging. Right, so the bump from Apple is great, and I enjoyed it, and actually they made me shorten my title to get the bump, and I kind of screwed up our acquisition strategy, so I'm going to lengthen the title and whatnot. So that's I think there's an organic search process, and then we'll do all of the tricks that online marketers do. Like we'll do restaurant dish level pages, and that'll drive organic search on the web. And we're mobile first because it's GPS based, but that doesn't mean that we're just a mobile app. We'll also be a web app as well.
How do you differentiate between, a 500-calorie pad thai and a 1,200-calorie pad thai?
Sure. So that's a good question. First off, you won't find pad thai as a healthy dish.
Well, there's levels of unhealthy I care about.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the other cool thing that we've done is, so you won't find pad thai, but there's a difference between like a grilled chicken salad here at Coletto's and at CPK. And so there's two things that we've done the more interesting thing that we've done is, so we've tagged that, so we know that that's a healthy dish, grilled chicken, and then we've actually listed out all of the modifications that you're supposed to have with that dish. So to order it. If you want it for a low carb, then you order dressing on the side. So through that process, people are actually learning how to eat better, which is what people are telling us. So that kind of controls a little bit for that issue. And users are refining the data. So people are flagging dishes. No one's flagged the dish yet, but they'll often flag like a restaurant that's been closed or something like that.
And then, so congratulations on 100,000 users. What kind of repeat behavior are you seeing? So out of that cohort, how many have ordered more than once?
So we're not doing online ordering yet because they're saving dishes, but the user base, 80% are female, and the active user base visits the app 3 times a week. So
what is your daily active user?
Daily active users, roughly 5,000, and monthly active is 65,000. But in terms of mobile, like we're beating all of the benchmarks. Like our rolling retention is 5x that of like any other nutrition app. And so the other thing about, everyone says there's 40,000 nutrition apps there, but they're not in the top 5. So, at the end of the day, we're differentiating on building a great product.
And time, thank you. Up next, from across the pond, I think that's what you say when you come from the great city of London, we have Shaya Yadav, and she's representing her company, VirtualMob, and their product, Point at Me. Please join the stage. Also with Mr. Sanjay Yadav.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Shaya, and I'm CEO of VirtualMob, and I'm here with Sanjay to present our new augmented reality platform called Point at Me. So Point at Me allows any individuals or SMEs or any brands to create their own AR apps in minutes without any technical knowledge. Oh.
That's fine.
Sorry, is that okay now? Thank you. So Point at Me allows any SME, small brands, or individuals to create their own AR apps in minutes without any technical knowledge. And some of the problems which our customers are facing today is AR is very expensive to build or implement or deploy. Monetization is the biggest key problems where they think, how can they make money using AR? And the third thing is, how can they produce rich, high-quality content, which means any small businesses or SMEs do not have an in-house marketing team where they can really rely on produce a rich, high-quality content. This is where we think our CMS system can really address these issues. And I'm going to quickly pass on to Sanjay, who's going to give you a quick walkthrough of our CMS system. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Shah mentioned earlier, brands, publishers, agencies, and SMEs find it difficult to create AR applications. Let me show you how easy it is to create AR applications using our technology called Point at Me. Step 1 is to create a campaign by giving it a name. You can type in anything. Step 2 is to upload images of your campaign that the mobile device can recognize. Step 3 is to create an AR campaign, which can also include APIs from e-commerce stores. Large e-commerce stores like Demandware in US, where we have hooked in the API where you can pull in every single information from the API, showing product information, stock availability, stock availability from various stores, and also is geo-based wherever your device is located. So let me dwell into the AR experience, how it's built. Play the video. Oh, sorry, there's no voice to this one. There's a video with this voice. So I think there's no voice on the video. I don't mind explaining it, if you like. Yeah, okay, that's fine. What you can do is basically drag and drop the video as you see in the left-hand side. I have actually deliberately kept the iPad on the right-hand side and the AR platform on the left-hand side, just to illustrate how quick and how dynamic it is to take the information from the CMS side straight onto the iPad or any device that you can think of as a smartphone. So in this case, what I'm illustrating is having a Puma as a campaign, where you point at a Puma and you have a video dragged in, which you can upload any video you like. In case of Puma, they would upload their marketing video, and you can place it as you like, as you can see in the platform. And here we are actually firing a point at me application in real time, and you can see that the Puma is actually being detected, and we'll have an AR experience on top, which plays a video with the music of an AR campaign. On the top, we have a video. We have actually a product information which is pulled in from API. This comes in from an e-commerce platform that you can name. You can have Joomla, you can have Demandware, you can have any other. You can think of a large e-commerce platforms, and we will be able to pull the APIs in. That's what our goal is towards achieving. AR is gimmick, but we are actually having a mobile commerce channel attached to it. So what you see on the right-hand side on the iPad is the products being pulled in from the stores. Sorry, I think I jumped in. Okay. Sorry about that, I think. Yeah. Okay, where you see actually you can see the products on top. You can see various different products. You can share the products on social. You can email it, tweet it, anything that you like. You can then pull in a button which adds commercial value, which is called a call to actions. Like you can have more info, you can have buy now, contact us, basically show us on the map, anything that you like. You can drag the button and you can apply the action to the button on the left-hand side. It's a shame that the voice is not playing, otherwise we could have actually had an explanation there. That's the button that's being dragged in. I'll try to follow the video, sorry about that. The video is being dragged in, it's being resized, and we're actually assigning an image to the button, which can be a transparent image to make it look good. Here we are assigning a more info button with a call to action to get to Puma's website. And here we are showing it again how Point at Me actually works.
Just to be fair to the others, you're a minute over your presentation already.
Yeah, sorry again. Oh, okay. Oh,
Time.
Sorry.
Time.
Okay.
Time.
Okay.
Questions from
Sorry.
the judges, please.
No,
Okay.
I've been watching this, and I'm still trying to figure out what the product or hair and fire problem you're trying to solve is.
Okay, sure.
You know, and you claim you're profitable, but I don't understand what the thing actually is. Help explain this to me.
So,
why, if I'm an advertiser, I would want to develop this type of campaign, because I don't see users. Or your example of me holding up my phone or my iPad when I read a magazine, I've never ever done it in my life.
So we are serving a platform which will allow any brand or any companies to create their own AR apps in minutes without any technical knowledge.
Let me restate.
Why? Yeah, absolutely. I got his question.
Like, who cares about AR, businesses or customers, right? From the consumer side or from the brand side?
Well, brands are looking for innovative and smarter way of shopping. So what's happening to the catalog? You look at a catalog and you see what? Just a clothing, and what else can you do from the print? we immediately interact using point at me. As soon as you point at the catalog, you can have various different categories of the same t-shirt, shirts, dress, anything that you call. You can then have a buy to action. Sorry, again.
QR code, the people have been trying this with QR codes for a while, right? Like I've seen so many QR code startups, and people putting barcodes, QR codes, there's like 19 different kinds of this. Help me understand why this is a different sort of element of why people would care about this.
Because augmented reality is brand interactions. You get the user engagement with the brand. You actually touch the brand. QR code just takes you from point A to point B. But augmented reality allows you the brand engagement where you can have interactive games. You can have rich media contents. You can have the whole API of the whole stores showing overlaid on top of the mobile. So by just pointing. So like I repeat myself, users like to see an innovative and smarter way of shopping. You can just point at a catalog and get an answer immediately. What's it all about and how they can shop. If there's a mobile coupon attached to it, it will just come immediately on top of it. It's down to the campaigners to put that into the RCMS system.
So let me ask you this question another way too. So who's actually, as you said, you're running even with money now. So who's been using you? Who are some customers you can name? Like what are they paying you for?
Sure.
Like what do they buy?
So we have had traction for the last 2 years. We're revenue funded. We have customers like Audi, Isuzu, Hyundai, Kodak, Publicis, Razorfish. These are all the well-known agencies.
And what do they buy? Like they pay for what exactly?
So they buy for campaigns. So you point at the fashion or any kind of
So they
advertising.
pay per campaign or sort of per person using the
we are charging
layer,
them. We're charging them per platform right now. So either it's iPhone or an Android. We charge them a flat fee on per platform.
Okay, and what do you charge?
2,500 euros.
And that's per platform, per campaign?
It is indeed, yes. Yes. So it's more, sorry to add, it's more we have gone from a conventional way to an automated way where we have been doing this over and over again for all the brands. And we think, hang on a minute, we are building these apps for over and over again for all the brands. Why not build an AR platform based on all the customer experience and where they can actually do their own AR apps?
And how many campaigns have you powered?
30 to 45 right now.
35 to 45, which is average value of 5,000 euros, because it takes about a week and a half minimum to implement AR technology. Our CMS platform allows within 5 minutes to get there. So we are saving them
Look, I
money.
can see how agencies like this. It's a gimmick that they can sell to the advertisers. It's, I can see how people like this, or agencies like this. It's a gimmick that they can sell to, make more money. And you've done 35 of them. It's a service business. I have no idea how this can be a large business where someone, is going to change the world.
It's a very good question. I think you have an answer. Who has signed up?
So we have not been launched, and we have all the customers signed up for this platform. So
but you've been at it for 2 years, you said.
No,
time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, if you can answer, yeah, fine, thank you. Cheers. See ya.
Next up, even further than London, we have a team all the way here from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I'd like to bring on stage Toi Trung. And Elliot, and their company is Greengar.
So good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing? So my name is Thuy, and my staff is Greengar, and I come here from Vietnam, and this is traditional dress. I realized that I have been mopping the floor for the whole day. So let me share with you a story about me when I went to college. So this is actually me in 2006. I looked really nerdy back then. I used to attend a lot of hackathons, and I wrote all my crazy ideas for hackathon on a piece of napkin. And with that piece of napkin, one time I found a bug in my operating system assignment. And I actually wrote the solution into a piece of napkin. But unfortunately, my roommate used it to wipe up the table. I don't know, why would I have to get myself into this trouble if I could just use an iPhone and an application called Whiteboard in order to write down my idea and safely save it on the go. And Whiteboard is our first drawing application with a proven track record. In the first 2 months available on App Store, we had reached over 1 million downloads. Up to date, we have over 8 million downloads, and it's so popular that we have over 500,000 active users worldwide right now. So Many of our users have been using the app Whiteboard very creative. Did you meet Scott Flambert? He is a Guinness World Record holder for the fastest human calculator. He has been using 2 iPads connect wirelessly, doing set up a very neat presentation tool, and he walking around the classroom with 1 iPad to inspire and interact with his students, help them to exercise their brain for mathematics and problem solving. And it's not just Scott. We see that they are raising interest on collaborating apps, but what are available out there? So recently, kids and students had to put up with this. It's an interactive whiteboard. And I'm sure a lot of you already seen this. But like you can see, the buttons are really high for the kid, and the use are very complicated. You're talking about a $10,000 investment, and it take up to 2 weeks for installation. It's definitely not personal, it's large, and it's not portable. Actually, I just saw one in Stanford last night, and it's not even getting to use. And I look at the statistic of our whiteboard. In the last 4 years, we have over 1.5 million people from the average age of from 13 to 17 using the app. And where are they right now? 13 to 17, if you do simple math, they are either in the workforce or in college right now. And we're not satisfied with the success of our most popular app, but we want to take it to the next level. We want to change the business. We already have that market. It's the most popular collaborating app on the App Store. But we want to make it more universal and more scalable, and we want to take this into a very serious business. So in the last 4 months, many sleepless nights in the lab, me and my team in Vietnam, we have been working on a new application and it's called Smartboard. It enables the real-time collaboration across platforms. It enables you to collaborate your iPhone, iPad, Android, Galaxy Note, whatever device, as well as the Mac, together in real time. And let me show you a little demo.
Is my mic on? Yeah, so this is a brief demo of our app in action, Smartboard, which we just launched for this pitch. You can see here that we've connected an iPhone 5 with a Galaxy Nexus, so you can see that it's cross-platform. And as you draw on one device, everything you draw is wirelessly transmitted to the other device in real time.
Where did you get it? So Smartboard is available on App Store today, and you can download on Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. And it has been built on the mobile device, and it has been dominating the classroom. Kids bringing their smartphone to class, and they demand for using it. And it's not just a classroom. The possibility for Smartboard in business is an unlimited horizon. Right now, it can collaborate up to 5 devices in the same local Wi-Fi, but we have an ambition. We want to expand it to become a client-server model so that it can connect up to 100 devices. Imagine this. Next time when you come to the Women 2.0 conference, all the people in this conference can collaborate on the same canvas. And you don't have to worry about losing your notes because everyone is taking the same notes, and you can save it on the go.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
And I'm proudly presenting, so my founding team in San Francisco.
Could we show just the slide? Because it has our names on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And their logos.
So my founding team in San Francisco right now, and we're looking for expanding our entity in San Francisco. We're looking for, so this is Greengar. We have team member in Ho Chi Minh City, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, and we're looking for funding to expand our team here. And with ambition that we want to enable Smartboard to every classroom, meeting, and conference room around the world.
Thank you. Questions from the judges, please.
So first of all, I do have your app on my phone. My 3-year-old loves it, and I don't have to carry crayons and paper all the time. There's always something. So thank you. It's not even educated, it's just play. So I can say that I looked at a bunch of apps, and so there are a ton of whiteboard apps, right? So, and many of them did suck that I tried. So what do you see as sort of the differentiation? Why is your whiteboard app better than any of those other ones that are in the store?
So Whiteboard is having the multipolar collaborating app, and right now we target to the niche market. When we see the number of downloads on iOS App Store, we see a lot of educational discount purchase, which is a lot of university and classroom. Right now we record that Florida and Georgia and a lot of other classrooms around the world have been using it at a presentation to replace the smartboard.
So certainly part of it is that we have a better product. We've worked a lot on the collaboration aspect. So we still have some improvements to make, but it's cross-platform. You can connect Android and iOS devices together now. And
How many
we
do the
work a
other
lot
ones
on
not
UI.
connect across platforms?
Yeah, a lot of them are actually iOS only, and Whiteboard was initially that way, and that was part of the recent effort we've made to create Smartboard.
So this is a very inspiring story. It's not often I see somebody come on stage and say we have over, 1 million downloads on the app, so that's very
Over
impressive.
8 million, actually.
Oh, 8 million, all right. I'm sorry. I
Step
can't
it up.
count sometimes. My math. That's even more impressive. I've seen a lot of really wonderful apps where you get a lot of great traction from, like kids or sort of whatnot, where you have impressive download numbers, but often converting that into a very popular app and into a real business is a tough thing, because then you have to start charging, and if you charge, you sort of kill the traction that you have. What are your thoughts on where this becomes a business, and why this could be a successful, sort of very profitable business?
So we want to offer the premium business model, which is right now Smartboard available on App Store. It's a pay app. However, we want to be enabled free, and we want to enable other features to add on. We actually building the voice function feature, as well as want to build the API so that it enable other applications to be able to use our API for their other messaging system or photo editing application, and this is a new horizon for us.
Have you thought about looking at copying some of the techniques that Evernote has done? Give the app away for free, but as you hit a certain amount of storage, if you want extra tools, that's where you might have a monetization opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for your input. We already think about that, and that's certainly one thing that we're heading to in the future.
That is part of the reason why we're seeking VC funding, is so we can build out those premium features and also be able to offer the app for free.
I like that you have seek partnerships on your last slide, because there's the first investor of Uber Conference sitting right there, and he's at Google. So you should go to him for those things.
They may have APIs shortly.
A quick question for you. It seems like you have a bunch of different markets that you're attacking, so education and even businesses, but those have very different channels associated with it, as well as product features. So what is your first target market, and how do you think about your go-to-market strategy expanding into the other verticals?
So the first market that I want to target into is education, so basically classroom. And I have some association with a lot of my friends working in education system, and I want to ask them to use this smartboard instead of investment into a very expensive interactive whiteboard.
Which market, US, Vietnam?
No, in the US. In the US. Yeah.
Part of it is that we are building out the collaboration platform. So it's definitely the case that we'll have UIs that are tailored for certain use cases, just built on the same underlying collaboration, real-time collaboration technology.
Thank you. Next up, we bring the pin back to somewhere closer to our stage. We are bringing all the way from Menlo Park, Susan Akbarpour, the co-founder and CEO of Mavatar.
these guys because they're in trouble. 7 out of 10 online shopping carts are getting abandoned because 41% of these people are just doing comparison shopping. The foot traffic is down, and the online shopping never picked up. In fact, only 8% of the online shopping today is, the entire retail stores is coming from online shopping. And this is a $4.7 trillion market we're talking of. So we think we turn this terrible problem of comparison deal shopping to an opportunity for these big retailers because they can't really be listed in Amazon. We created this smart universal shopping cart that you can go over everywhere online and buying from the stores that you're trusting and enjoying their customer service, accumulate points or whatever you want, and compare all these deals and products together. And we're smart. With this shopping cart, your avatar is completely smart, can tell you what kind of deals are out there, not only telling you and reminding you about deals, the store credits, gift cards, points, and whatever you might have, but also going out there and find it for you. And that helps you to get rid of the third-party data trackers that they're watching you all the time when you're going around and try to deal shopping. So we think that we solve the problem of the users to do this process faster, and we help the retailers to support our buying decisions. So seeing is believing. Let's see how we do it.
I have downloaded Mavatar before and I totally forgot about it. Searching for brown boots today, I end up to Bloomingdale's, the store that Mavatar supports. I add it to my cart. Mavatar pops up and shows me at the door price optimized with today's deals. So I check out in here and see what happens. Perfect. As you saw, Mavatar put me back in Bloomingdale's and entered the coupon codes that it found for me, and I'm ready to check out. And I can take advantage of Bloomingdale's excellent customer service and pay them. In Mavatar, I can also compare all my items from different stores in one place, and I can create wish lists and share it with my friends. And I can enter my savings and share my coupons with friends. There are many other features that we can explore once we sign up with Mavatar.
So we're going after a big market. This is $228 billion online sales that we're talking about. And Amazon just has $48 billion of it. And mostly it's coming from media and electronics, not the stuff that we're really interested in. So what is our value prop? We are serving an underserved non-commodity retail market, and we have a unique zero-point integration platform. We don't need any exposed API, and we don't need any partnership with these big guys. So we need to focus our 100% of resources towards user acquisition because we don't need whatsoever from these retailers. 90 million Americans last year saved $4.7 billion online using promo codes, but they spend 1 hour to save $1. This is less than minimum wage, even after Obama's great news 2 nights ago. So these are 2 immediate markets, right? 2 immediate markets, apparel and furniture, $65 billion. And this is the team. Thank you.
Questions, please. Sorry, I'm going to throw you a bone. So can you tell me a little bit more about the team?
Sure, thank you. I love it. You know, women are smart. The team. I came here to this country with $2,000 in my pocket in '97. I built a company, multi-million-dollar company, and I failed. I won, and at age 40, I decided to get back to graduate school of business. Someone asked this morning. Yes, it was not late. And it was in that business school that I came up with the eureka moment of Mavatar. And that Professor Moore, invested and is one of our advisors, as you can see, in, among our impressive advisory board. We have Paul Deneuve, CEO of Yves Saint Laurent, in our board. I didn't.
On your team, not your board.
Yes, right. And my co-founder is Dr. Brahm Mahmoud, computer science engineer, PhD. He started with development in Oracle 20 years ago. He became e-business platform VP of Oracle. Probably one of the transactions that you're doing doing today most likely has something to do with the systems that he created. And we have an amazing team of 11 people that all resigned from their high-paying jobs from great companies to join us because they believe in what we're doing. We have...
Right, that's good.
Sure.
So, so as far as retailer acquisition, if you don't need to do that, you definitely need to do consumer acquisition, and everyone knows how consumers love to install, sort of browser add-ons and
Yes.
plugins or toolbars. So, talk to me a little bit about customer acquisition and how you're going to get that done.
Sure. We have two great platform for devices. We have iPad app, which is coming in a couple weeks, and our add-on, I'm pleased to announce that our beta is ready tonight, so all of you can register online and start buying with using Mavatar. So in terms of user acquisitions, we're using all usual suspects: affiliate marketing, social media. We have a great blog that you can get smart fashion advice in there right now. And we're going after user. User acquisition is not really that hard. User retention is really hard. But this product is free, is viral, and you can see that you can create wish lists and share it with other people. You can share coupons and increase the chance of your saving. So we don't think we're going to have any problem with churn rate.
If it's not hard to acquire customers, how many customers have you acquired?
We're launching tonight. But we have a very successful alpha test. In fact, for a couple weeks, we ran a very small campaign, sending email blasts to 1,500 people, 360 registered users in the first couple days. We just closed that because at that time we couldn't really handle that. But we had 8% conversion rate to active shoppers, which was great.
What do the 11 people that work for you do?
Okay, well, we have engineers, we have UI.
This is all, do you have 11 full-time people working on
11
this?
full-time people, yes. Yes. I mean,
Sorry,
we are bootstrapping, we raised $600,000 founders and super angel funding. But, these guys got at least 50% pay cut to just start working with us. This is amazing. And I think that's a validation of the idea right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it sounds like you're relying on the retailers to be part of this, even though they don't need to participate, that you're relying on them not to block you. In most of the other industries they have.
For the first $100 million of revenue, we don't need their partnership, but we can do much more for them if they knock our door, because we're going through real-time promotions and dynamic pricing through real-time and variable promotions, and we're working on predictive inventory optimization, modeling optimization through consumer pre-commitment of the consumers. So these are all the stuff that we can do more if these guys, would like to be partnered with us. But the reason that I'm here tonight is not just investment. We're looking for partners, and in fact, most of these great companies that had presentations today. Not most of them, a few of them that I already, took a note. They can be great modules on our platform. So, I think hopefully we're doing well. Thank you.
Very quickly, where are your coupon codes from?
I'm sorry?
Where do you get the coupon codes from?
Okay, well, there are many. You want to know our secrets, or because that's part of our IP? You want me to just, I have a short answer and long answer that I would be happy.
Please.
Short answer is, there are publicly available. You are sharing it. You are entering it in your system, and you're sharing it with your friends, and your friends are sharing with you, and we are there, and you can decide if it's multi-use.
You just told us a secret.
No, there's much more to it.
And time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so I want to remind everybody in the audience that you have a voice as well in the competition. These judges are furiously taking notes on the startup that they want to vote for, who will win the top prize of all the different prizes we will mention to you in a bit. But for the People's Choice Award, you can use your Twitter power and put in your vote. All you do is type in your Twitter tweet. I vote for, type in the company name. If you want the company handle, it's in your agenda. To @Women2 with the hashtag WPitch. So I vote for a company name, and then at W2, make sure you put the hashtag, because we are searching by hashtag, which is W2Pitch. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, did you get it? Okay, so with that, I want to thank Anne. I want to thank Christine, Tomas, Kevin, and Wes for their time and effort, and we will see you in the back. So